Shadow isn't just a name for my cat. No, seriously, guys. When I'm home, he won't let me out of his sight. This little shit follows me everywhere. I'm in the bathroom trying to handle my business and he got his nose all up my... Like, bro, can I have some privacy? Anyway, the shadow. Here's something they don't teach you in school. They'll show you how to perform, how to follow rules, how to wear masks, but they'll never teach you this one truth. That there's a hidden part of you dwelling in the dark, and until you face it, it controls your entire life from the soul's basement. Okay, imagine this. You're carrying a backpack. But every time you feel something so-called bad, like anger, jealousy, sadness, fear, and you're told, don't feel that way, or that's not appropriate, or be quiet, instead of getting help to actually understand these emotions, you take that feeling and stuff it into the backpack. At first, it's light, no big deal, but over time, that bag gets heavy. Now imagine trying to walk, play, or even fly with a giant heavy backpack on your back that no one else sees. That's what your shadow is. It's the backpack filled with all the feelings, memories, and parts of yourself that you weren't allowed to feel or express. Have you ever suddenly gotten angry and didn't know why? You probably have a lot of old sadness in that backpack that was never allowed to come out. Do you know someone who always has to be perfect and hates when they mess something up? They might have shame in their shadow from being punished or judged when they were younger. How about someone who keeps picking the wrong people to trust over and over? That same relationship problem that continues to resurface despite having the new partner? That might be the shadow trying to replay an old wound until it finally gets seen. Why is this so important? Because even though the shadow is hidden, it still runs the show. It affects how you think, how you act, how you react. If you never open that backpack and look at what's inside, it starts to weigh you down, hurt your back, emotions, body energy, spill out when you least expect it. And sometimes, the scariest part of that backpack is actually the power you've forgotten is in there. When people talk about waking up or remembering who you are, they think it's all about light and love and floating on a cloud somewhere. But real awakening is when you finally say, I want to see all of me, even the parts I was told to hide. That moment, when you stop running from your own shadow, is when the real spiritual journey begins. Because freedom doesn't come from pretending to be perfect. It comes from being whole. When you ignore the shadow, you keep repeating the same pain, different people. You overreact or shut down and don't know why. You blame others for feelings that are really your own. You sabotage your blessings because deep down, you don't think you deserve them. Ignoring the shadow means you stay stuck in a loop. If you don't face your shadow, it becomes a weapon in someone else's hands. They will use your unhealed fear to control you, your hidden shame to silence you, your denied anger to bait you into reacting instead of creating, and your fear of your own brilliance. That's their favorite tool. That's how the system convinces a god that it's just a bone bag, by making your divine traits feel like burdens. Your shadow isn't your enemy. It's your unintegrated power. It holds your deepest emotions, but also your deepest gifts. That rage you were taught to fear might be sacred fire when refined. That shame you keep stuffing down might be the root of your empathy. That craving for control could be leadership distorted by wounds. This is why so many chosen ones, healers, prophets, seers, spend their early lives feeling tormented inside. You weren't broken. You were carrying unprocessed truth from generations back. When you explore the echoes in the dark, it might feel scary at first. Old feelings come up. But then you start understanding your patterns. You start forgiving yourself. You find pieces of your power hidden underneath all that pain. Exploring it gives you clarity, space, strength. When you begin shadow work, even lightly, you stop being easy to program. You stop apologizing for your depth. You stop projecting your wounds onto people you love. You stop leaking your energy into endless loops that never served you. Let's be clear. Shadow work is not an aesthetic. It's not some online movement where you just journal and post bragging about how deep you are. It's a spiritual furnace. It's the raw process of standing in front of your own reflection without flinching. It's sitting in your silence, hearing the parts of you you've been running from for years. It's learning how to hold yourself in discomfort, not numb it, not deny it, not outrun it, but meet it. That's how you transmute pain into power. That's how you reclaim yourself from systems designed to keep you fragmented. Here's the final key. You are not here to be pure. You are here to be integrated. Once integrated, you stop needing to pretend. You can feel hard emotions without drowning in them. You don't get triggered so easily. You set boundaries without guilt. You become magnetic, grounded, and real. You don't have to hide anymore. You can love yourself as you are. That's real freedom. Power isn't about deleting your darkness. It's about owning it so it no longer owns you. Your shadow is not a curse. It's your missing piece. And when you finally turn and face it, you become whole. That's when you become unstoppable.